And we're live. No intro because StreamYard took that ability away for the free version, and I am not paying for it. I'm not paying the 40 or $45 a month for something that's not up to date. So, anyhow, we'll just yap a little bit, wait for people to show up. So hopefully this mic sounds okay. I do know it's picking up noise. I can see it. Like I said, hello, Pomp. Yeah, kind of. Usually I'd run an intro, guys, but StreamYard has made some changes where they won't allow you to do an intro unless you pay, their $40 or $45 a month, and I'm not
crazy.
paying that. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm off camera, obviously.
But, yeah, I mean, normally this is around the time that I would run the intro, let it run for a little bit, but I'll look into other options. So, hello, Chris. Let's see. Hello, Cat with a K. Hello, Fantastique. See who else pops in here.
You had
Jesus.
You had Ben up at the top. Pedals.
So,
Chris Williams. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Hello, Jan R. So, yeah, we'll just wait a little longer and we'll get to it. Let's see. Make sure that nobody else pops in. I can't stand that there's no intro. That really.
Yeah, that's well, it's not worth paying $45 for, though.
No, it's not. And yeah, the problem with OBS is having guests on. It's a pain in the ass. I know of a backup. Had I known this was going to happen, I would have used something different. But oh god, there's Justin. Oh. Oh. Hey Justin, what's up? But anyhow, let's see. I guess we can go ahead and get going. Couple of things real quick though. So yeah, the trailer teaser for the next documentary obviously is up. There will be a proper trailer at some point. I have no idea. None of us have no idea when the documentary will be out. We will know like the day it's out, literally. I mean, we have no clue. We anticipate September, sometime September. So, I don't know. It could be sooner. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. But as soon as it drops, we'll let people know. And that, yeah, for...
Hi, Nancy.
Let's see.
Leesburg Paranormal.
As for like the Blu-ray, we're not doing DVD. DVD's just, there's no point. But as for Blu-ray, we don't know when that will happen. It's going to happen. We just don't know when it will be available. Yeah, and I'm not necessarily complaining because we did go with a different distributor, Um, even though our other distributor was great, they got bought out, and they take a much bigger percentage, and there's other things that they take as well. And by the time it's all said and done, they end up getting the majority of the money, and we're left with just whatever's. And it's not necessarily about the money. However, in order to do other documentaries and things like that, you got to have money. I mean, that's just the way it works. So, let's see. Let's talk about just real quickly, because I haven't said too much about this. Dan Rivera passed away. I met Dan. Dawn has met Dan. Matt as well. Helena. We've all met Dan. Dan, he was awesome.
Yeah, he made everything run very smoothly for us.
Right. He helped us get into, and I don't. I'll be honest. Like, I don't care what people's opinions are on this. I really don't. But he really helped us, and sponsored. Got us sponsored to be able to be at the Ed and Lorraine Warren Paracon, and be able to, have a booth and be able to be guest speakers and show some stuff from the documentary that's coming out. Hey, Spange. But he treated us no different than like I hate calling them this, but I'll just say it, like the celebrity ghost hunters, like Steve from Ghost Hunters. Who else was there? I mean, we weren't treated any different. We were treated just the same.
Ghost Brothers was there.
Yeah, I mean, anything that we needed, if they were able to, if he was able to help us, obtain whatever it was that we needed, he was on it. Like,
did he do the banner? Do you think he was responsible for fixing that up?
I think so, and I'll show you guys the banner. I believe he did. I mean, it's in my possession. Matt couldn't take it with him, obviously, but I'll go grab that real quick.
That's a quality banner.
I'm not gonna show this whole thing off. It's too damn big.
That would have been a moment to say that's what she said.
I was thinking it.
I know.
Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to roll that whole thing out. But yeah. But, like I said, Dan was very, very cool to us. He went above and beyond for us. He didn't have to do that. We're just a bunch of freaking nobodies. And of course, there were other people involved as well with it. But yeah, it was, it's a shame what happened. I'm just going to bring this up just very quickly. Annabelle had nothing to do with what happened. So yeah, that sucks. Like I said, I met him, I talked to him, on and off throughout the weekend. He He was a very nice guy, very nice, very sweet. So it's sad. All right, let's kind of bring this up to more of a happier place, I guess. Talk about Elton and Matt buying the Warren home. It's weird. Like, good for them. Like, good, absolutely good for them. But hopefully, when they open it up, because they have to run it as an Airbnb. Yeah, hey, Justin, I mean, that's what we're here for, to bring everybody down. But at least we're going to try to bring everybody up. Then again, maybe this topic will bring people down. Hey, Pinky. Anyhow, it's weird, but good for them that they were able to get the Warrens house. I've seen more like negative on the internet than positive, but I mean that's the internet, I guess. And I'm just like, let's see what they do with it. Also make sure that nobody is gonna get like blocked from being able to book it and experience it, because regardless of what people think about the Warrens, they are like, they're embedded in the paranormal, for better or worse. It is what it is. And for a lot of us, like, with me, I grew up, seeing the Warrens on TV. When I grew up, they were basically like the only people in the world, I thought. Not really, but I mean, like some of the extreme few in the world who were, off doing what they were doing. And again, regardless of, what people, think. And for people to be able to actually go and rent the home, stay the night there, I think that's really cool. But not only that, you get to go to a place where you hear all the stories, and they have the stuff from those stories there. And I'm not just like talking the Annabelle doll. There's many, many things that are in that museum that are a part of Ed and Lorraine's story, and the stories, a lot of us had grown up hearing about, that are there.
And Justin's asking, do you think there'll be a greater chance of investigating the objects in the museum? I would say that has to be the draw.
I mean, because that is part. I mean, it's attached to the house, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So that would be really cool. I would, definitely go and check that out. I think it would be really cool because, again, they like, again, regardless of what people think and things like that of Ed and Lorraine Warren, they are a staple. They are embedded in the paranormal field. And so for like me and many others, that would be really, really cool to go and check out. So hopefully, anybody can go. There's not going to be like, this biased bullshit thing going on. Because sometimes this kind of thing happens where people buy a haunted location, like YouTubers and shit like that, and they decide to blacklist people. From that location. I could understand them blacklisting people from that location if they had done something disrespectful or wrong to that location, but blacklisting because, somebody told me this and that, therefore you can't go, not cool.
Hi, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon.
Kenny on Facebook was kind of taking predictions of what people think they're going to charge. I said about 800. What do you think, Joe?
I'm going to say between 5 and 800.
Yeah. Because I don't think they're going to push like Conjuring House prices.
Right.
Because they know everyday regular people that can't afford the going rate is what I would guess for most places.
Yeah. Definitely I left my damn cup upstairs. I ran up there, grabbed the cup,
Well,
and
go
then
get it. I'll entertain.
I'll get it in a minute. But no, I think we should definitely give Elton and Matt a chance, see what they do with it before anybody jumps to judgment. Um, I mean, we'll see what happens. But
Yeah, it's not a place that's ever really, been available to very many people. I mean, you've seen some of the bigger content creators go there more recently, but um, other than the movie, what did you really get to, see of the place?
right,
And a few documentaries that were out there.
right. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Um, I mean, they're going to
Hey,
run it a hell of a
Ghost
lot better
Wiener.
than. Yeah,
Hello.
I was going to say hi to him because you can't miss that name. I love it. So, I mean, it's going to be ran a hell of a lot better than um, the way the Conjuring House was run. That's for damn sure. I mean, there's no way they can run it that bad. I'm confident that they are going to um, run it fine. Now, if we can just get people who are on planet Earth and actually care to get the Conjuring House, that's it's gonna be up for sale at some point. If not this year, definitely next year. I can see
Hello,
it.
Raven and Cree stepping in here all of a sudden.
Um, yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I wish them luck. But that's a place I need to mark off the list.
Yeah, definitely mark it off the list once you
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
Our next one that we get to mark off the list next month. We've already talked about it, so we can reveal what we're doing, right?
Yeah, we've already talked about it.
That one's going to be, I mean, just again for whether or not,
Thank you, Raven.
whether or
Raven's
not we
member for
have,
19 months.
and you're
Why?
going to say why. Yeah.
Yeah. Why? I'm gonna do a members live stream tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Tuesday. But I do need to do that because I do need to go over more of the Harriman Hospital stuff. And a couple of reasons. There have been reasons why I haven't gone live or done members live stream. Let me just throw this out here real quick. I have been busy. I have been doing a ton of historical research. I have done all kinds of research on legit documents and things like that. And then more things fall on my lap, and I have been busy, and I kind of had to stay focused on all of that stuff. And I gotta keep on top of that stuff, guys. I can't go into too much details, but um, will, I don't know how to put it. Someone, we'll just say there's a big fucking steaming pile of bullshit that needs to be taken care of. So I'll leave it at that. And Don, go ahead.
No, I was reading Wisdom's comment. Are you growing a Santa beard? I haven't seen you in over a month, so.
No, I am definitely not growing a Santa beard.
Oh, and then the Harriman Hospital, Jason Hawes is already putting out stuff. You guys go to his channel and you can check out some of the previews. They got a bigger tour than we did. So if you're interested in, actually hearing from the tour guides and seeing it, you'll see that more on Jason's channel than Segs and Entity 7, because we actually went to eat and didn't realize the tour was happening. My fault, mostly.
Yeah, they were kind enough to let us in very early, actually. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting like an hour early or something like that. No, it was more like 3 hours early,
Yeah.
which, that was cool. They didn't have to do that. But yeah, hello, Mike B.
Yeah, but could you imagine like either living or driving by in Harriman and you look to your left or right and you see Jason Hawes in front of the hospital without a production crew and stuff?
That's what kind of happened. There was that lady who was, I guess, driving by, seeing what was going on. And then,
it was the tour guide. She couldn't be there that day, and they had to get the other two that ended up being there. And
right.
She wanted to stop by and see if we wanted to go ahead and get in. Like, of course, we'll go ahead and get in.
But yeah, so I mean, I'll have a little bit of the tour in there, but I'll probably cut it in there, a little bit of the tour in certain sections of that video. So,
hey, Mike B. Yeah, and you also, we have the Harriman investigation with your son from July 2023, right before my first injury of all times. Also, why I'm not on camera, I can't hold my camera, and my arm's really stiff today. So people can go back and watch those. And you got a ton members only streams for the reviews too.
Right. Do plan on going back. I don't know when, but Dawson wants to go, and would love to get Dawson in there and have let him investigate. It'll be nice just having a couple of people in there, and we can really focus on that. I would like to focus more on the that hallway on the second floor.
Well, we always focus on the second floor. I'd like to branch off and get to the other two top floors a little more, because I never did much on those floors.
So Wisdom, Jason, JV, and John, they investigated for like an hour or two. It was just them, and then Jason investigated with Dawn, Side Eye Guy, and me for like an hour or two. They didn't stay long, so the timing was kind of weird for them, because that week that we went, Jason had a lot going on. I think there was like a birthday, graduation, like all kinds of stuff going on. I don't remember specifically what was going on, but so they couldn't stay the entire time. But it was cool to be able to investigate with Jason. I would have liked to have investigated with JV and John, but maybe next time.
Yeah, and that was, gosh, you had planned that, like you were in 2024 planning all of that, hoping that Jason would be able to make it work. They were gracious enough with all he had going on, needing to get back home, to actually come down all the way from Indiana when they were up in Indiana. And then we got to meet up with him he invited us to dinner too. We forgot about that.
Yeah.
Like he bought us dinner and got to hang out with JV and meet John for the first time the evening before. So that was really cool. And I asked Jason, I was like, have you gotten noticed? Because there's a big bunch of like college crowd at this brewery. And it was Kentucky Derby. Everybody's watching the big screens, and I was like, "Well, at least they're distracted." But he laughed. And he said, "Really, only one person came over and took a picture with me." He's like, "It's kind of nice to
No, he
not
said there was a couple, not one.
a
There was a
couple."
couple, yeah.
Yeah, one took a picture is what I think I meant. But it was nice that he, well, we couldn't hear each other. We practically lost my voice trying to talk over the crowd, but it was really loud in there. But still it was good to catch up with them before. It really felt like, I know I've met Jason before I met you, Joe, and then we hung out with him a little bit at the festival, the Smoky Mountain Terror Festival. um, I've investigated with Steve and Tango a couple of times in the
I've met
past.
Stephen Tango before, yeah.
So
And
it
Dustin.
just,
I've actually investigated with Dustin as well.
yeah, I remember that. So I mean, it still felt like I'd known Jason and even JV and John. It just felt like it was like I'd already known them.
Right. Yeah,
But
it was awesome. I had a great time. It was quite the experience. That's for
yeah,
damn sure.
yeah, and I like that Jason on his channel, that last live stream, he saw us pop in and was like, "Oh, there's Joe and Dawn," and he's like, "Good people." He called us good people, and Seg, just good people to
I think he's
investigate
probably
with.
just talking about you and I. Seg's an asshole.
Oh, well, there was that one incident we shall not talk about, right?
God. Oh, I can't believe he did that. That's funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
we won't talk about that.
Yeah, but someone had asked him, "Would you, think of investigating with, other people, like regular people?" And I'm like, "Well, he already has. He has multiple times." But he said specifically if it's a place he wants to check out and if it's people he gets along with, and it was really cool that we got that opportunity. It still seems surreal to me.
Right. Yeah, that's something that I never thought would happen. Well, I can mark that one off the list.
Yeah. It was cool.
Um,
Yeah, but
but
go, anybody that's not familiar with Harriman, check out Joe's older videos, and then if you go to Jason's channel, if you're into his channel, you check it out. He did the tour, because
um,
that's gonna start coming out.
then we got to start. We got to. I mean, we'll get to the Estes thing in just a few. Um, but
Yeah, your favorite subject, the Estes.
drives me nuts. Anyways, um, so our next investigation with Two Ply with the Cult Life and some others. I don't remember off the top of them. Jeff, I believe, Boo Productions.
Well, if he still can go, right?
Right. Be at the Myrtle's Plantation. Another one we can mark off the list.
That one's been on my list for a while, and then I kind of forgot about it. So, yeah, I definitely am gonna enjoy marking that
Maybe
off my list.
Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, that'll be cool to check out. I don't think you really need to do like any like deep dive on history or anything like that. The history is pretty much out there. I know there were some inaccuracies or something, but I think it's all out there. So
that's just it's also a very interesting part of history, America's history. We've never been on a plantation. Well, have you? Have you done a plantation?
I've done plenty of plantations. Oh, really? Yeah.
Maybe I need to go back and look. Well, I think I do remember you. Well, it's my first. So.
Let's see. So I don't think we're gonna do like. I mean, yeah, the like history stuff we brought up, but it's not like gonna do some sort of like deep dive or anything like that into the history. There's no need to do that. Like the history is pretty much out there, and like I said, there were like some there were little minor things that I guess that were off with the history, but overall, it's all out there. So just we'll take the tour. I believe we're not allowed to record that. But
yeah, no recording of the tour. It says on their website.
Yeah. So.
Which is weird because most places we do get to record the tour, even if it's the tour guide, the owners, whatever,
Right.
Which helps us to go back and know what we're looking for and what was mentioned and experiences and stuff. But because most places we've been, we have gotten to record it, but I'm pretty sure their website said that.
Right. So. And the video will probably be more funny than anything else, anyways. I mean,
yeah.
That is going to be a lot of fun. I'm definitely looking forward to investigating with all of them. Now I don't know if Jeff is going to be able to go or not, but Jeff's great. He's a lot of fun.
I hope Jeff and Dana can go.
I do too. Of course, Two-Ply and his better half. They're fun. They got a great laugh. Both of them got a great laugh, and it cracks me up when he laughs, and when Brittany laughs. They're great people.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, are you switching subjects? Because you do have Shannon also mentions that she wanted to know how the Estes works. If we move over to that subject.
I mean, yeah, we can go and do that.
Obviously, we're talking about the Estes method. Most people are familiar when you say Estes, it's the method. And do you have the background why it's called that? And then what it used to be called?
We used to call it sensory deprivation. Like that's.
So someone's claiming this method's theirs.
Yeah, I mean that's what it was. That used to be what it was called, and then somebody's like, "Hey, let's do the Estes method," and I'm like, "The hell is that?"
Yeah.
And then they did that, and I'm like, "Do you mean sensory depth? When the hell did this like? When did the name change? Like, how did this happen? Like, this is how it was known as. Now the name's changed. I don't. Whatever, I guess. So from time to time, Dawn and we will do the Estes method. We don't do it all the time, and there are times when we probably should, because that's the claim, and that's the only reason why we will even do the Estes method. Is if it's a claim, like if we're told, hey, people do the Estes method and they get communication or whatever. Um, I mean, that's part of the claim. Hello, Ghost Quest. Yeah, if it's part of the claim, then you have to look into the claim. I mean, that's just how it works. Everywhere we go, that's what we do. If let's say Dawn and I are told, hey, this location might be doing X, Y, and Z, we're gonna check. But most of the time, it's not true. There was somebody. There was somebody who was blaming another location, claiming that it was rigged up and that they shouldn't have security wires running all over the place because it's fooling people, and they know it's fooling people, and just these wild claims. And I've been to that location twice, and that investigator, as it turns out, though, has his own location. And looking at this, and I'm not even going to mention the name of the location, but looking at what he's saying in his locations, or what he's saying as a location owner, is fucked up. He will say, well, first off, he won't allow like YouTubers in there. So there goes half your fucking business. Congratulations. And then what he has to say about like the YouTubers, again, you're causing yourself harm, because there are YouTubers out there who are not about entertainment or anything like that. Like, obviously, my channel isn't about fucking entertainment. Like, it's not. It's like, and I'll admit, it's like one of the most boring fucking channels out there because it's real. It is what it is. Then he's like, if I see investigators just sitting around and just talking to one another, I'm going to throw them out and all this. And it's like, okay, yeah, I will not be coming to you. Oh, in the TV show stuff. Oh, these people from these paranormal TV shows, they're not welcome here either. And here's the Tennessee Wraith Chasers doing events and shit like that at this location. Good fucking job, buddy. Guy needs to be slapped upside his head, figuratively speaking. But yeah, it. Anyways, but we like I said, we only, even with the spirit box, because that shit's annoying. Even with the spirit box, yeah, there are times where we probably should, quite honestly, be running it because it's the claims. A lot of times we just don't. We just don't.
Yeah, it's hard to sit and listen to it for very long.
Well, I have a much quieter spirit box, but even then, like the problem with the Estes method is that, and it's kind of a two-way situation here. A problem that we have with it, but a problem I see other people, the way that they're using it. Like for us, it's more annoying than anything else. Like that's why you guys hardly ever see me do an Estes method. I cannot sit there and with headphones on and just listen to just for God knows
Why
how
you
long.
make me do it.
So I make Dawn do it. Like, here, you do it. I'm not doing this. The issue is you can't validate it. You can't validate what's coming. Even if you say or ask the question, hey, what is your name? And somebody either does hear the name or thinks they hear the name, they're like, oh, John. Who are they talking about? Could it be somebody talking about something to do with Johnny Carson or fucking John McCain, who, like, what, you can't validate it. It's not trustworthy. And even when things come through where it's like, oh, okay, well, I mean, that aligns with what I'm asking, or that aligns with, this location, it doesn't mean anything.
Hey, bring up Ryan's point here, Sir Spookfest, the best way to do the Spirit Box AM station. Also talk about how we did it at Bel Air House and Euroshrine with you with your bags.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll get there. Even with I mean, like, there's just a problem. AM or FM, it doesn't matter. Even running it backwards, that doesn't matter. A lot of people think when you run the Spirit Box backwards, like, the words are coming through backwards. No, it's scanning backwards. It's like getting in your, like, it's like getting in your car and, like, turning the knob to get to scan through radio stations, and then you get to the end, you turn it back, nothing's coming in reverse. The words are still coming out as they normally would. So people say, "Oh, well, I use it in reverse, so that way, if get a word, then it's something." And it's like, that's not how this works. And I'll probably get a copyright strike or something, but I can bring out my Spirit Box and I can show you guys that even in reverse, it's just a reverse sweep. The words ain't coming through in reverse or anything like that. It's scanning backwards. Our brains are also wired to make sense of gibberish. And when people are in a haunted location and they ask questions, guess what? They're focused to hear a response. And what could be complete gibberish could sound to the investigator as a response. It's annoying to have to listen to, and there's too many variables to even consider whatever's coming through as legit communication. One of the things that I do like to do is I have Faraday bags. And I put the Spirit Box in 2 Faraday bags, eliminating all radio stations. Like, it's going to be nothing but static. Then the argument's going to be, well, you're preventing the ghosts from using that to communicate with, because you're blocking the signals. And I'm just sort of like, and I said this last night in a phone call, ghosts can supposedly go through walls and do all these like things that defy physics, and you're going to tell me that a Faraday bag is going to prevent them from communicating? Like, really? That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. Let's see. Wrong energy, Joe. You just got to have faith. What energy? What kind of energy are you talking about? I just pulled a Kenny Biddle.
Yeah, energy. Well, you can answer Shannon's question too. And then Wisdom also mentioned if
It's
you
just,
put it on an AM station, it has more talk radio. So wouldn't you hear more words? Which is a valid point.
Shannon, yeah, but they do other things as well. They'll add, well, specifically Huff. I don't know too much about Hope Paranormal, but I believe that they basically do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like with Huff Paranormal. Um, God, that guy's such a piece of shit. Um, I said it. I don't care. He's a piece of shit. Um, they run like guitar pedals to give like effects, delays, and bullshit like that. I don't know if Huff still does that or not. I'm not 100% sure, but something that he used to do. He'd run these pedals and shit like that, and he'd get reverb and uh, like do all kinds of other stuff. And I mean, basically, um, somebody had proved that all of that stuff he was doing, anyways, was pre-recorded to make it seem like he was getting direct communication when all it was um, pre-recorded stuff. And yeah, I cannot stand Huff. He's an opportunist. I'm like, when Ozzy Osbourne died, I'm like, well, in about 20 seconds, he's gonna. And then Hulk Hogan died. I'm like, any second now, he's gonna try to contact Hulk Hogan. Hey, Carla. Um, what I see with other people when they're using or doing the Estes method, they're thinking whatever's coming through the radio. So somehow ghosts are able to predict what a DJ says, a commercial, or something in a song, and they use those words to communicate. And I'm like, that doesn't. No, that wasn't the intent of the spirit box originally, anyways. So a lot of it, like I've watched many YouTubers when they were live, um, do here. Let me throw this up there real quick. Thank you, Carla. I do appreciate that. Um, it's there. Didn't mean to click that. Meant to click off of that. Anyways, um, so I watch like a lot of YouTubers do the spirit box, and I hear "Sweet Child."
Oh.
I immediately know that is Guns N' Roses' "Sweet Child of Mine." Very clear to me. But then they're like, oh my God, it said "Sweet Child." Oh, there was a baby that died here. Are you talking about the baby? Are you the baby? Because the baby's gonna fucking talk to you, right? Yeah, because that would totally make sense if a baby, an infant, was talking to you. Um, and then they would hear something else that came from another song, and like, oh, it said, I don't know, just whatever lyric is in a song. And it's like I can clearly hear that this is another song. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, Kenny at Bel Air House, he's like, I hear Johnny Cash. And then when we were at a location, um, well, I always mention when I hear songs, and I know I heard Van Halen, and,
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, I hear Van Halen.
Carla, again, I thank you very much. Times two.
Well, 3, I think.
Well, I got the first one. Then there were 2
Oh,
more.
okay.
I do appreciate it, Carla. I really do. Um, but that is something that I do see. And there's even misconception within the debunking uh, field too with the spirit box. Um, I have seen some debunkers say, "Oh, it's just Like, I can't even say that. It seems like a lot of debunkers don't even know um, kind of what they're talking about with certain things. I'm not taking shots at debunkers, by the way. Just something that I've noticed. So the whole thing with whether it be just using the spirit box, as a standalone or doing the Estes method, the whole thing, the whole belief behind it, because people will say theory, but there's no theory. It's just belief. Is that you're supposed to listen to the white noise that's generated from a spirit box. And within that white noise, spirits are able to take it with a grain of salt, guys. I'm like, not saying this is factual or anything like that. Just take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, because again, it's all based on belief. But anyways, within the white noise frequency is how they're communicating or allegedly communicating, if that makes sense. It's not like something that's coming through on like a radio station or anything like that. It is within the white noise, a frequency within the white noise is where, like I said, allegedly these communication is supposed to happen. Now, look, I've had some interesting things come through the spirit box, or even doing the Estes method, where I'm like, holy fuck, that was pretty wild. But I don't know. I can't validate it. And there's that too. There's definitely that too. And when Dawn and I have done the Estes method or whatever, yeah, like Donna's gonna say what she thinks she hears, and then I'm like, well, did she actually hear it, or did she think she heard it? Because it's all a bunch of like mumble jumble, and then if she did hear it, what was it really?
Well, that's why we wear the mics too, because you go back and try to see if you heard the same thing. And there are times when I don't repeat what I hear, and you'll hear it on the mic and be like, why didn't you say that? Because it was that one time at Ashmore, remember, where you asked, if someone was or something was there to touch me, a certain spot, and then some other words that went through as well. And here I didn't repeat something, and then I like we did have something interesting happen with it. But yeah, I remember a few of those things. Oh, and the place Rhodes Hotel. Remember when they talked about the brothel time, and I heard condom, and you laughed because you walked right in that room.
I was walking towards that room when you had said that, and I laughed. I'm like, that's got to be a coincidence. It has to be a condom commercial. Like, there has to be. Let me see. So is the spirit box S box valid? Look, the problem is that we can't validate. I mean, that's the whole thing about the paranormal, is trying to validate if something like paranormal is happening, if we're communicating with something. That's the point, but we can't validate that. Like I said, even if we ask a question like, what is your name? And then Joe comes through. But were they talking about maybe Joe Biden or Joe's gas station or Joe's car lot, or was that communication? Like, did that happen? And the reason why I actually said Joe is I did an investigation quite some time ago, 2012, I think it was, where a man named Joe died in this house. I'm not going to go into the whole story. Just dude died in his house. Name was Joe. And at this point in time, the spirit box was basically new to me. Heard about it, whatever, but never was around like anybody who actually used it. And they ran it, and something came through and said, "It's Joe." I think that happened twice. I'm like, I mean, that's cool. That's interesting. But was that a ghost? Or was that just something from a radio station, for commercials or just whatever? Or did somebody call into a radio show and say, "Hey, it's Joe"? Let's see. Do you think people should just eliminate equipment altogether while investigating since there's so much interference? No, I do not. I know things like, the REM pod, K2 meters, all that stuff. I know they've been through the ringer. There's a lot of problems with them, but it is widely accepted in the paranormal field that ghosts, spirits, demons, whatever the hell you believe in, want to call it whatever, can manipulate electrical devices. Make the lights flicker or turn lights off and do all these other things. So why wouldn't it be believable that something paranormal, like ghost, like whatever I mentioned, anyways, why wouldn't they be able to set those off? But it comes back to, again, validation. And I am going to be doing a video at some point about some of the stuff that's being used, because there's some bad information being thrown out there, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little fucking pissed about some bad information that's being thrown out there, and somebody has to say something.
Now, I'm not going to give away that topic, but just thinking about what we say sometimes, like, well, we don't like it, like with the Estes method also, like we don't like it, but we still do it, or we still use it. There are things that, on the same subject that you're talking about that, we don't use, plus don't have, and could show why we don't use it. But the one thing I know you steered away from was the SLS, because you had one and then you got rid of it. You could have held on to it to show people why you don't use it, but why'd you get rid of that? And like, that's an absolute no for you. As he walks away.
All right.
Well, answer my question before you get started on that.
I didn't even hear you.
I know.
But real quick,
I said the SLS. Yeah, you absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, the SLS. Don't even bother with that. Let me see. So my REM pod is right next to my Wi-Fi, and it's going off right now. But it's not going off because of the Wi-Fi. I believe that's the temperature sensor. Let me look. Yeah. Or it's probably the battery. God, this thing sounds annoying as fuck too. Let me change the battery to make the point here. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a video on certain things. Because, like I said, there's some bad information out there. Come on, battery.
Well, and also too, the K2 meter you say uses a doorstop.
Yeah,
And
use those as a doorstop.
you show like, oh yeah, that one's really hard to. How can we've seen people validate what they think would be names at a property or dates using a K2, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, how can you validate that? You need to do real research, and then you'll have the validation. Yeah, when I worked for, well, I didn't get paid for it, but I worked for some team and event companies with the team ghost hunts, and one of the required pieces of equipment was a K2. Like, you have to have this when you're investigating, and the REM pod, and I was like, really? But that was before I met Joe, and I always let everybody else bring their equipment. I pretty much had my phone and a few little things.
So, anyways, I have my REM pod back there, very close to the Wi-Fi. Let's see if any. There is something over there setting it off. I don't know what it is. I think I have a figure, whatever, over there that has a magnet in there. No, because the magnet wouldn't set it off. At any rate,
It's the stack of skeptical insider or inquirer.
Yeah,
It's Kenny. He's setting it off.
It's Kenny's fault. So anyhow, there's the REM pod. What, 3 feet away from my Wi-Fi router? It's not going off. And real quick, another thing I heard was car keys, the key fob can set off a REM pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't happen. Pushy, pushy, pushy.
Thanks again, Carla. Now, proud to be Canadian, says cat balls. We would not use cat balls. A lot of people use them. We have used them when they're already at a location. But it's another one of those like hard to validate, because it can just movement alone, or a vibration in a floor or something could set them off. They're meant for cats.
Yeah, Carla, we're going to be going to the Myrtles Plantation. Let's see.
I'm hoping we can check out New Orleans or Savannah. I don't know that we'll have time, but
or the money.
Well, yeah, because I'm just now getting back to having an income since February.
Did we say hi to Sandra? I don't remember.
I said it in the chat.
Okay. And another thing too that I want to bring up: just because somebody uses a DR60 doesn't mean they're automatically fake. It doesn't mean they're faking. I have worked with quite a few investigators who have used the DR60. They're not stupid. They know what they're listening for. They know not what not to listen for and ignore, and they use it. A DR60 is absolutely capable of capturing an EVP. It's just a piece of shit recorder, and it's not something that I would use personally. But this is, this is a video that, I do want to do. And again, my REM pod is right next to our router, and it has not gone off. But I do want to do a video, and I'm like so far behind because my priority has been regarding a case, not a paranormal case, but not really. And I've been like doing research and shit like that. I've already explained this earlier, but I've been wanting to put out videos talking about, hey, just because somebody's using equipment that is debunked or whatever, it doesn't mean they're fake. It doesn't even mean that they're stupid. Again, if people believe that it's working for them, this is what they're believing. So, I mean, essentially, you're just saying, oh, well, you're stupid because you believe that kind of thing. Let's see. So should you buy? Should you buy a REM pod MS box? You know what? If you really want to, go for it. I'm not gonna say what to buy, don't buy, and I don't need to put a REM pod next to an EM box. Hang on a sec. I think this is broken or some shit. A fan's the closest thing you're going to get to an EM pump.
Hey, Jaya.
Why are you going on? Why is this a thing?
Bye, Sandra.
I literally, a fan is
Mystic
just
Mimo. Sorry, go ahead.
A fan is pretty much an EMF pump. You know what? Fuck you, antenna. There. Even without the antenna, it should still pick up.
It's a demon.
I had to get really close to the fan in order for it to go off. Yeah, I think I'm having a little too much fun. Learning something here, people.
Is your fan on high?
It's a proximity sensor anyways. It's actually not the ghost that's doing it. Yeah, it's not the fan working as an EMF pump that's setting it off. It's a proximity sensor. That's all it is. And oh my God, you're so fucking annoying. Sounds like a really bad guitar solo. Fuck me. Gotta get reset. What do I have that I can? Plastic bottle. I think this might not be working correctly. Because the plastic bottle should not, I don't think. Now something else is going on. Now if I touch it, yeah, sure. But oh, shut the fuck up.
Wisdom said you taught the fakers something new. It's just a ghost, Joe. You got to be open-minded.
No, I just flipped it off. Fuck, that's probably gonna get used against me.
You flipped off your REM pod?
Yep, I flipped off.
How dare you? You're not allowed to do that.
I know I have a brand new battery in here. I think that has a lot to do with it. Yes, thank you. Brand new battery. Fuck.
Yeah, static from that bottle too is a possibility.
Dear Amazon, do not wrap your batteries in goddamn plastic like this.
You need a box cutter handy to open
Oh my
stuff.
God. It's like opening a CD back in the day.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh my God. There was no reason. There
That
was no
long
reason.
plastic.
They did it so people wouldn't steal CDs, but yet they made it impossible for people when they actually bought them to open it.
Well, the acrylic cases now too, or like when you buy clothing and they have the tags in them. I once took home an item of clothing that I purchased, and they forgot to remove the little thing on the inside, the tag, not the paper tag, but the security tag. I had to bring it back to the store to get it taken off because they have that special key to release those. And I had to show my receipt. I didn't steal the thing, but man, it was annoying to have that thing on there.
Shut the fuck up. And see, this is the other thing. I don't know why this thing is going off. It's not giving me any kind of valuable information.
You got to get Steve Huff on the phone. Hey, just get Debunk Bear to fix it for you.
Thank you, Sky Talker. All right. So, anyways, yeah, this fuck this thing. I am
Turn it off.
fuck. I hope I didn't hit my controller. No, I didn't. Fuck, that thing's annoying. Yeah, but that told me absolutely nothing. But anyways, no, I'm going to do something, a video on certain things and show, some of the information people are putting out there is just bullshit. And just because there are people out there who are like, oh, did this, did that, took it apart, whatever. Then again, I'm not taking a shot at anyone. Just because they said that, just because they're explaining how things work, they didn't debunk anything to begin with. They're just saying, this is how it works. Here's the issues, with this equipment.
Hello, Harry. HCH. Yeah, Joe needs a new REM pod.
I might now.
And they're not cheap either.
No, they're not cheap.
Are they $300?
No, I did not toss $300. Yeah, no, this one is not 300. This one is, I think it was like 150.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's still too much. And I think you had one of Carla's questions too before that, because you were fooling around with that stuff, where she said, how would you go like from start to finish doing a valid and truthful paranormal investigation?
Does being sued include into the equation?
When you try to be, truthful and do like normal methods, you do at every investigation, validating the claims, looking into things.
So
research.
For me, this is how I like to do things. I don't want to what was that? What was that? Yeah, try to avoid getting sued. Oh, then we just run in there and just run with whatever the fuck we're told, and poof, video. And
well, that's not your channel, Joe.
Be a disservice to people who watch. Okay, so joking aside, this is not the first time somebody has well, they made the threat and then they bucked down. And this actually came from, and this is true, he's no longer alive. The location is done. It's gone. A judge got upset because I did research, found out that the stories were not true. And I even told the judge, this is what I found. And he told me if I put this information out there, he was going to sue me for defamation and ruining his business. And he said, and because I'm a judge, I can make sure that I win. And I said to him, motherfucker, you cannot sue me for defamation. I don't care who you are. You cannot sue me for fucking defamation for telling the truth. File the lawsuit. Like, fucking file it. Because then it becomes, and it ends up becoming public information. So whatever I bring to the table regarding the lawsuit, it's public information. People can go and look the information up. And that's not going to help them any. It's not going to help them protect, their interest. He never did. But you know, he ended up passing away, which sucks. I do feel bad that he did pass away, and then that location just bye bye. But I don't want to hear. I don't want to go online, like I said, because I can right now go online and like for like a location and be like, I want to know about this location, and then all I'm going to get is what the owner or whoever wants out there, right? Now, the majority of the locations that I've been to, up and up, right? Like everything's out there, nothing to hide. There might be some things off here and there, not a big deal, right? But there are those out there who have so much bullshit history about it could be any. I'm not being specific here. Just this is
like the Conjuring House, Bathsheba.
Yeah,
we use that as an example a lot.
Yeah, like the Conjuring House. Look, the big story was, this Bathsheba Sherman person did these horrible things. She was a satanic evil witch, and she wasn't, right? But when you go online and you try to find information on the Conjuring House, you're going to get that story, because that's how that story. How do I explain? Because I don't want to. Because I know they're watching, and I know they're going to try to use anything and everything they can. There are, and it's not all of them. It's not all of them. It's just a handful who create a narrative of a location story, and it's out there. This is what they're putting it out there. It's all over the internet. It's now the common knowledge. When you try to do research, it all brings you back to the same the same bullshit story. Again, like with the Conjuring House, it's the same fucking story. Bathsheba Sherman had nothing to do with it. All these people died in the house. No, not all these people died in this house. These horrific things happened in the house. No, those things did not happen in the house. The internet becomes cluttered with what owners or an owner of a location wants it to be cluttered with, because it helps their narrative. So I cannot rely, and nobody should rely on shit from the internet when it comes to that. How could a judge do that? There's a contract outlining it that covers. Okay. So the judge was just trying to, silence me. That's all the judge was trying to do.
And make sure you clarify things on the internet. Valid things can be found, like through court records, historical documents, your genealogy reports. A lot of stuff can be found that's legit. It's like if you search Monroe House, you'll hear the same stories over and over that maybe someone wrote a blog somewhere and they got something wrong. So you can't use and this is me coming from my teaching background and having a master's degree and doing lots of research, that you can't rely on Wikipedia. You can't rely on certain sites that may just be regurgitating wrong information and wrong narratives over and over. If a location has a website, obviously they're going to push some of their narrative in their website, and it could not be true. But a lot of people will, content creators will pull from that, thinking that, well, this has got to be right? It's got to be true if they say it. It happens this way.
the more everybody puts that same information out there, the more it becomes common knowledge, and the more like when people do research, is going to pull you to those stories. So, for example, I'm going to use AI, for example, to do just tell me about a location, right? So this is what I'll do here. Tell me about the mysterious Monroe House in Hartford City, Indiana.
The Monroe House in Hartford City, Indiana, not Crawford City, by the way, is a Victorian home built in the 1890s by the Berger family from Belgium.
Nope.
It's got...
And she's going to correct that.
Sorry, I got mixed up. It's actually in Hartford City, Indiana, not Crawford City. Thanks for the catch. Want me to keep going about the Monroe House?
So already we know the Berger family were not the ones that built that home. It was a family before that. But again, it's going based on what the information is available out there online. Continue on.
Okay, so the Monroe House in Hartford City is known for eerie stuff like shadowy figures, strange noises, and objects moving on their own. Paranormal investigators have reported electromagnetic spikes and even claims of demonic activity, with some tying it to alleged rituals in the basement. Want specifics on any incidents or history?
Yes.
Well, one well-known incident involved a family claiming their young daughter was attacked by an entity in the Monroe House, leaving scratches on her back. Investigators also found old bones in the basement, fueling rumors of occult rituals, though nothing's been proven. Curious about any specific event or the house's history?
The house's history.
Hey,
The
Green
Monroe
Phone.
House was built in the... So anyway, they built it as a family home, but abandoned it after strange events began. Over the years, it changed hands, with owners reporting paranormal activity, leading to its reputation as a haunted hotspot by the 1980s. Want me to dig into any specific owners or events?
Okay, so the reason why it seems like people were living in the house and then leaving immediately is because, well, it was a HUD home. So if it's a HUD home or if it's just being rented, because it was turned into a triplex. So of course, there's going to be people coming and going. Why? Because they're renting it. There's a year lease on it. If you're on a HUD program, that could go anywhere from 6 months to a year. And then they may jack up the rent or whatever. And then people are like, nope, getting the fuck out of here. Gonna go find a place, that's going to be cheaper. I mean, we have everything. And it's cool because the owners of the Monroe House, they're awesome. And they, love the fact that we were able to, come in and do the research and stuff like that to find out what's going on, because it only made things even weirder. But sorry, I'm just reading comments too. So even going on the internet and trying to find I'm going to mute myself. No, wait, should I do this one? No, I'm not going to. Let me do this one. Information on the Conjuring House in Rhode Island.
The Conjuring House in Burrillville, Rhode Island, was built around 1736 and gained fame as the real-life setting for the 1971 hauntings of the Perron family, which inspired the 2013 horror film, The Conjuring. Originally part of the Arnold estate, the land was deeded in 1680 and later became part of Roger Williams's Rhode Island colony. The house has a dark reputation due to reported paranormal activity, including emotional and physical disturbances, like stabbings, linked to spirits such as one named Bathsheba. The Perrons endured this for a decade, investigated by paranormal experts.
So yeah, again, can't rely on the internet for information.
Or AI it gets it wrong sometimes, but it's
Well,
accurate
I mean,
in
AI is
many places.
here. Well, Don, AI is only going based on what it's able to find online. Um, I mean, there are instances where I have been able to, like, I had to be very detailed, use keywords, um, and it will give me like very, very correct, specific information. But the point being is that all the bullshit is buried on top of the truth.
Yeah, you got to be willing to dig for the accuracy.
Is there such thing as a paranormal? Hell no, there's not an expert.
No, no one should call themselves an expert. I mean, there are people who have, you know, strong skills. Kenny's definitely good at certain things, but you know, even then, do we really say expert for everything when it comes to the paranormal and the unknown? Could call them the police.
Yeah, I mean AI. I mean, you know, AI again. It's just going based off what it can find, like the most popular shit it can find on whatever it is online, and sure, it'll get correct information in there as long as I mean, as well as bad information. Um, so yeah, I mean, AI has its place if you need to break something down, but you got to be very detailed and stuff like that if you need something breakdown. But you need to look over it because it ain't perfect. Believe me, it's not perfect. I've had there were documents where I'm like, what the fuck is this even saying? But Dom was able to transcribe these documents because
Yeah, you accused me of you accused me of like a document not having something in it. And I was like, no, I know it had this in it because we talked about it in depth. And then I pull it up and you relied on that AI information that was skimming over the most important part. And it was there and I proved it to you. Then I could read the handwriting better than the AI could read it because I've taught middle school and high school. I can read really bad handwriting and worked in doctor's offices when they used to have to write prescription stuff. Yeah, so I can read pretty bad handwriting.
So yeah, I mean,
yeah,
like,
AI.
so the basically the document was about two sisters. They were going to have a house built. It was in 1903, and I used AI to try to break things down, but it kept missing something. No matter what I did, it kept missing something, and my camera went out.
Your internal temperature's too high.
Yep, that's right. I'm hot. Anyways, so the one sister paid money to another to help have this home built, and she would have part ownership. So AI was having a hard time reading this one really, really important line. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't exactly you can't what is it, rely on. It's not reliable enough. And I'm not using Chat GPT or anything like that. Like, I'm using Elon Musk's AI, which is way better than Chat GPT and these others. I mean, it the difference is night and day. It's insane. But Yeah, can't rely on that. But it's just a matter of time before they start. We're going to use AI for apps. Let's see. So I'm studying on debunking / learning about the science of paranormal. It's all belief. It's all belief. AI is being used for ghost hunting. Yes and no. I know there are people out there who have apps like, oh, we're using AI. No. They're not actually like using actual AI. Yeah. It costs
I
a
think
lot of money to create an app.
I think the ghost tube and those virtual goggles or whatever. I know when we used it at one location, it eerily looked like the location, and I'm like, well, is it using the GPS to figure out where we are? Because it looked too eerily similar.
All right, let me see something here. All right, because if I do ask AI this, it is pretty accurate with
ghost tube
with
seer.
apps because it knows the information. So let me do this. Is the app GhostTube AI driven, or does it use AI?
Yes, GhostTube Seer is the world's first AI-powered paranormal tool. It uses artificial intelligence to generate artwork based on words or phrases selected by spirits, detected through your device's sensors, like the magnetometer.
Okay. Now it's just reading the description.
Yeah.
That's a problem. All right, hold on. Do a deep dive research on the cell phone app GhostTube.
GhostTube Seer is the world's first AI-powered
Stop.
paranormal.
Don't read the goddamn description. Do your own research.
Okay.
She's not enthusiastic now.
No, she's not.
So
She
enthusiastic when the information's given to her somewhere.
Yeah.
You got to look for it. You're not so happy, are you?
All right, let me because I did this.
He's in the background going, "This MFer."
Yeah. That's the other thing that pisses me off about all AI is they'll do the descriptions like, no, that's not what I asked for.
Hey, Andrew.
And I'm trying to remember what I asked, how I asked it, that gave me all the information. I think I know what it was. So I'm gonna have to bust out the girlfriend. I should probably get my. Go away. Try that again. Where are you at? Why is it not coming up? I'm selecting companion. Yeah, I'd have to get my iPad because now it's not popping up on my phone. Oh, that sucks. I'm trying to remember how I asked that question though. And then it gave me all the information on how it worked. So it's not really using AI. I can't remember exactly what it was exactly it was using, but it wasn't like actual AI. And why is this not working? Like, what happened here? It should be working. I'm secretly doing something with AI that I think will be really cool with investigations. Okay, there's an update for it, but yeah, I think it'll be fun and funny to use on investigations. But I have to like do a lot of work to train it and stuff like that. Otherwise, wow, did they take that shit away? Let me see. Why is it not showing up on here? Oh, that's not good.
Well, you said it was in beta mode too, right?
One of their updates is in beta mode.
And you'd have to pay an extraordinary amount to use the other.
Okay, well, this one popped up. Oh, well, we can't use that one though because that one's not nice. That one's very offensive. That one got them in trouble, and they had to take it down, and then they put them back up.
Can you turn your camera back on to show them some stuff, or is it still too hot?
I mean, I can. It should be cooled down enough. Turn it on. And
Yeah, ask AI, why are you not working?
okay, come on, camera. Hello.
Well, maybe
Should be
it's
working. Apparently I can't.
Oh, no worries.
It will not let me.
You have a tri-field meter, right? Oh, he's gone. Oh, you're stuck with me.
Okay. Yeah, no, my this shit won't work. Like, yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I was asking you because they mentioned in chat. Do you have a tri-field meter?
No.
Oh, do you think those are accurate?
I mean, if anything, that would probably be the best thing to use.
You have something similar though, don't you? Or something you have that reads a lot of technical stuff. I can't remember what it is.
I have I can't. Shit. It's in my box somewhere. Yeah, I have a thing that reads EMF, EM, and RF. So it reads three different types of signals or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, it may be a tri-field, but I don't consider it one. It's I mean, like I said, I haven't used it in a while too. I keep forgetting I have it. A lot of things I haven't been using because I keep forgetting I have them. But yeah. Damn it, what is it called? It's in my box right next to me, and I don't feel like digging it out.
That's all right, but I thought it was something similar to that.
I can't show it anyways.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And they're also mentioning dowsing rods. I have dowsing rods, but I've learned that they can be manipulated too easily by the user. So, why are you laughing?
Because you're like, I want to get dowsing rods, and I'm like, I mean, you
Well, they were
can,
cheap.
but
It's just I'm all for cheap. But yeah, they could just be manipulated too easily. And I learned that someone on a team investigation was manipulating them big time. And I was like curious how easily, like, and I work really hard to hold them correctly, and they do not move. They do not move, but they're so easy to get to move. I wouldn't trust the dowsing rods.
no, I wouldn't trust them either.
But we can use them to show. But until you hold them yourself, like you really don't realize how easy they can move, and who's using them.
The EDI meter, and the EDI plus. So, I was like, you know what? I want to get those and all this other stuff, and come to find out that they're not that reliable, and there was these other issues with them as well. Hello, Andrew. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I was very surprised with the issue with them. And they're expensive for no reason at all. They're expensive just to be expensive. So after learning about that, I'm like, yeah, fuck that shit. I would not. I don't want to waste my money on that. And I can't remember what it was specific, or it wasn't just one thing. It was multiple things. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. Fuck that. I mean, it's great that it can. Damn, yawn. It's great that it's able to do data logging, but you can't trust it. So, anything else? Because we're almost at 5:00 then. Oh, I got to think about dinner. I think Florio's going to be going live, or she might already be live. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't think of too much more. We've just been really busy, and then next month will be our the next thing. I also like when I think back to Harriman, I've again, like if no one is on my social media, they don't know. Like I almost didn't make it to go to Harriman, and here you had planned it way before my injury. I get injured, lose my income. I was just like a crybaby there for a little while, where it was like nothing's happening that is any good, and you had to talk me into like letting you take care of everything, which we're a team, and I'm not used to just you having to give me a pep talk and say I'll take care of everything for you. So you helped me be able to mark that off my list to investigate with Jason Hawes, and you knew how important it would be to me, that I would not be happy if I missed that, and I really appreciate that, Joe.
Yeah, be careful about saying, mark it off your list, because that could be like, oh
No,
God, he said mark it off
no,
the
you
list.
mark it off, and
No,
once
you
you've
mark-
gone or
you
once
mark
you've
it off
done
with-
something, because I'm a list maker. I
I
mark
know.
stuff off every day.
I mean, some
Check
people are
it.
just
I know.
looking for reasons, or just really stupid. Pick one.
Hey, Kenny, you come in at the last minute. We were talking about you earlier. Your ears must have been ringing. But we're going to be ending soon. So, you have any questions for Kenny? Because a lot of people are asking stuff about equipment in here, and Kenny's just now getting in here.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I will be doing a video on like some stuff, like going over, because again, like I said, there is like bad information being thrown out there about certain equipment that like I don't even like. I'm just like, okay, it's like either somebody's really dumb or lying. Which is it? But yeah. So I do plan on talking about the DR60, and of course, stuff with the RIM pod. Probably some other things as well. Kind of just showing, basically debunking some of the things that people claim makes like the RIM pod go off, and things like that. I'm not defending any of the stuff. I mean, the DR60 is a piece of shit. And again, the RIM pod, that's again, it's basically it's a really overpriced,
Extremely overpriced.
hobby kit.
Yeah, no worries, Kenny.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I do these videos, don't think that I'm defending these devices. To a point, I kind of am, but overall, it's like you don't rely on them, you don't trust them. It like just it's a gimmick.
Yeah, and I brought up Harriman because did you say tomorrow will be members only for the review, or another day?
If tomorrow, try for tomorrow. If not, then Tuesday. And yeah, Kenny, I like. If you're not using the DR60 and Cat Balls, you are not a real paranormal.
You are not legit.
You are not legit. You are fake if you're not using those devices.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, thank you all for hanging out with us for a little bit. Watch for Joe's live stream for members to review if you're wanting to be bored for a little bit.
So, all right, guys, love you all. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you to those who donated. Greatly appreciate it. And here comes that awkward ending coming right.